sharing your pussy tonight.
I started recording halfway through that. Well, that's a good start as any. It's the podcast.
Hello.
Hello. This
Manchester.
this fucking heat's horrible. It's
Oh,
it's
no, yeah.
it's that your PC turns into a furnace weather.
Yeah. It's that fan pointing at me ballsack with it.
I mean, luckily I've not had it that bad yet. I've only really had it where the heat's either made me just flat out knocked out,
Yeah.
or just like, I don't know, it either knocks me out or it just keeps me awake. Like, there's no in between. Like, the day before last night, I was just knackered, and last night I wasn't even really that tired, but I felt like I was.
Can I just ask you something?
Yeah.
Is this a topic?
No, this is just
Okay.
this is. I didn't want to go.
It is warm.
I didn't want to go straight from I hope you'll be showing your pussy tonight to right. Well, first topic.
Yeah.
This one isn't really a topic. I think I clarified it to you, but when we listen back, it'll only annoy me. When I was trying to remember the song I used to test new headphones, and I just spaced out, it was Pink Floyd's Money. So like, just putting that in there, so if I ever go back and re-listen, I don't feel like strangling myself. Because I'm capable of doing it to myself.
Oh, that's not good. You shouldn't do that.
Well, you're not my boss, so...
That's a good point. You could do as you please.
Well, I will, but not because you've said I can.
Okay, yeah, fine.
But you've, I don't know if we said this in the last podcast, but you've been watching Berserk and started up Castlevania again, didn't you?
Finished Castlevania.
Right.
Very good.
Yes, it's a good show.
And I'm over halfway through Berserk.
Berserk. Do you think you're gonna try and brave the 2016 Berserk?
Probably not.
As someone who like loves the world and the characters, I can't get past that. Like the second, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, because like I'm just over halfway through, and I am getting like quite into it. So I think by the end I'll probably.
The best bet would be just me to get those Berserk Deluxe novels or graphic novels and just lend you them. That's the only
them off you.
Yeah.
Take your possessions.
I'm mad. You still got like a few of my DVDs, but I don't know which ones.
I've seen them before. Yeah, there's Black Dynamite, Chopper,
Altered States. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I just remembered like thingy that you had
seen
them.
them before, and I gave them a little hug because it was like
First.
closer to you then.
Right. Well, the next topic. No, I was just like, I was like randomly. Do you know? You just remember.
You were thinking about my possessions.
No.
Yours in my possession.
No. So, do you know? You just have a random hashtag gaming memory. This wasn't even from that long ago. I was like just in work, and I just remembered like us in 7 Days to Die. We were like talking about how underrated it was, and I'm like, you know what? Let's start a world.
Yeah, we've not gone back to it.
Well, part of what soured us to it is we started a world, found like a little base, and then we checked out a shed, like that was just down the road, and then
God, yeah.
Connor fell into someone's fucking hideaway bunker, and then
through an air conditioning unit that was on the floor.
Yeah, with no ladder or anything to get back out. I also fell in following Connor, and then we couldn't get out because we've just come into a bunker from aircon at the top. So it's just 2 layered vault doors that we had to break through. That took about, I don't know how long it took us. It didn't take us too long probably, but at the time it felt like an eternity.
It took us ages, and then in the end we just used the fucking creative menu and cheated.
Oh yeah, to get the auger, was it?
Because we spent about 15 minutes getting through the first part of the armored door, and then we forgot it popped up, and there's just like another part of it.
Yeah, what's like, yeah, and then like after that we just sort of like went and watched together, I think, wasn't it?
I can't remember.
God knows.
Honestly, can't remember.
The game is like underrated though. Like
Criminal.
It's bloody stupid. Not the game, the fact that it's underrated.
Yes, the game is not stupid.
So What would you want the Castlevania team, like that's the director, the
Yeah,
the artist and
the
all that.
writer and everything.
Like it can't be The Witcher. Let's get that out the way right away. You've got to pick another game for them to adapt.
Minecraft.
Like a proper gritty Minecraft with creepers and all that.
No, hmm,
I've got. I don't. I'd want to see. Did you ever play Twisted Metal on the PS1 and 2?
no.
It's like the car
I've seen
combat.
it though.
Yeah, it's. I reckon they could do something with that because Twisted Metal Black on the PS2 had like a quite good style. Either that or Payday 2. Like it'd be
Yeah,
weird anime Payday, but if there's anyone that's gonna do an animated Payday show, I'd want it to be them. I've seen like people throw Bloodborne around. That'd be quite good, but at the same
yeah.
time, like with Bloodborne, it's just like kind of one guy type of thing, so it'd be a quite weird story.
One geezer.
One naughty geezer.
I'm trying to think of a fantasy thing that isn't like Witcher, because I think like they do fantasy stuff.
Yeah, and it like I said, the reason I say specify a game is because it'd be easy to say Berserk, because the guy who
Yeah,
writer of Castlevania wants to do Berserk, and
he's got a bit of a hard willy for it.
he does, and you can't blame him. Because like, I
What
can,
about like Divinity Original Sin or something?
oh, that'd be
Be
quite
good.
interesting.
A big red lizard boy, like.
The battle scenes take ages because they have to wait for the other one to
Yeah.
go first. Oh, we need to get back into that. I know we always say it and we go into it, play it for like a few hours, and we're like, why do we drop
Yeah.
this? And then we just drop it again.
We do that with every game though. I think it's because we're not on as much as we used to be.
Yeah.
Like, I think we just go to stuff that's easy to pick up, like Insurgency and
Like drop in,
other
drop
stuff.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Divinity, like, I forgot what we were doing again.
Yeah, I remember we got further
I
than
know
we've
we
ever.
haven't even.
No,
Yeah,
we got further.
further, but we still haven't got our colours off, have we? Which
No,
is
that's
we were, like proper confused about it. Like,
yeah. I think we got into one battle we just couldn't progress through because we just
Yeah.
getting our ass handed to us. Speaking of Payday 2 though, it's like that's a game that's weird to me because like in my mind it's a game that people if someone was like oh it's like Payday I'd be like yeah I quite enjoy it, but it's my highest played game on Steam with nearly 700 hours.
yeah,
But at the same time like I love that game, but
mine's the
I
same
wouldn't.
with CS:GO though. Like, it's like I don't mind CS, yeah, but I think I've just had it for so long, and there was a time where I used to proper play it and want to get really good at it.
Yeah. Whereas with Payday, me it was when I started listening to podcasts. Mostly, it's just the perfect game for it.
Yeah,
It's a game that you can put as much attention into it as you want and still enjoy it. But I don't know. Like I'd say I enjoyed the game, but if you told me I had 700 hours in it, I probably wouldn't kind of believe you until I looked.
best I believe it.
Yes, that's also where I met good old Pugsy Wugsy. I believe he was just in a random lobby. Me and Paddy joined once, and he was being Pugger. We were like, that's a weird man.
I think we were all making stupid noises in game chat, weren't we?
Yeah, 'cause I said,
And then
I remember I got her, I'd added him, and I don't think we spoke for like 2 years. And you were getting back into Payday, and he just randomly like asked me if I wanted to play Payday, and I had not spoken to him for like 2 years. I was like, yeah, guy, one of my mates is getting back into Payday, so do you want to get in on that? And he was like, yeah. And I didn't even remember that Payday had voice chat until I heard him screaming. And then we invited him into the team speak, and then we ended up watching.
carried on screaming.
We ended up watching. What was it?
He's
Fat.
not stopped.
We went and watched together later that night, and just ended up watching the episode of Fat Albert where they go to prison. And there's like a prison rape joke in what's essentially a kids show. It's like fucking hell.
It's not on.
No, it's not, Connor. It's just not on.
Can you hear the tablet getting scratched by the pen? By the way,
No, not
I'm
really.
doing hair, so I'm proper like furiously like.
Do you remember when we did the 7 Days to Die bunker IRL? just when it's that World War Two
And it
bunker.
collapsed.
Yeah, we could have like there was that
Wouldn't
part of the
surprise me if it did collapse at some point.
yeah that's not got much longer left. But like, do you remember? I mean, there was that spot we could have fell in. Like when we were on the top part of the bunker, someone had covered it with a big stone, like or a big rock. It wasn't a big pebble,
Shit, yeah.
and like it had that crack kind of because you could see the light through it when you were inside.
It had a few different types of crack, I imagine.
Yeah, that's true. We went in. We walked past it originally because it's a bunker. It's buried because like it's not like a bunker where people flock to as some sort of landmark. It's
Didn't you have
hidden
to
away.
look on Google Maps and try and find like landmarks around it?
Yeah, and we'd already passed it,
Yeah.
but we went in. Like we literally just found the like looking in. First we thought it was just no go because all that we could find as entrance ways was the little peek holes thingies, the little peeky wees, and we're like, nah, we're not fitting in there. And then we just kept walking, and there was just a big breach on the side that you could get in,
Apologies.
and then it was a single file hallway, pitch black. Which in hindsight we got lucky in many regards, because it had clearly been used by a mix of raves, homeless people, fucking crackheads. We could have stood on a syringe. There could have been traps in there, like that one video with the guy's house where you digged it.
Like neck height, isn't it?
Yeah, on the tripwire. There could have been a guy there. I had an image of us going, like, I think I went in.
Shaun's granddad might have been in there.
Having a bevy for some reason.
Just gives us 20 quid.
Because I think I went in first, and we put the torches on, and I had the image just peeking into a room, and there's just a fella looking at me, and it's a single file hallway out, so like I'd have to be pushing Connor. But also like,
So, what are you backing up, mate?
imagine if the fella was out fucking shopping or something.
And then he comes.
He comes in a single file hallway. We have to squeeze past him or just start pushing him out so he can get out.
If a guy lives in there, he just goes for his weekly shop.
Yeah, that's true. He just goes as local.
Comes back with M&S bags. It's like,
Here's Ben the bunker man.
I don't think you'd shop at M&S, to be honest.
No, it was a good day that, but I don't see that bunker being up much longer. It's already.
I remember it being like that since we were kids.
It might just be one of those places then that's just going to be permanently on the edge. But yeah, it was a good day that.
It was.
It was.
Can't wait to like go and find other daft shit to take the cameras to and
Yeah.
take all the pictures.
We went that cafe. That was quite nice.
Yeah, I've still got that bookmarked on me. Google Maps.
It was just a nice cafe. The fella there was nice. Gave me a bit of shit for paying on card though for some reason. Can't remember exactly what he said, but he got quite snarky when I was like trying to pay on card.
I don't think he had like the card reader ready, and like you said, I'm paying by card, and he had to find it.
Oh, he had to log into the Wi-Fi. I remember now because he had to ask his wife.
It's like, why don't you just keep it set up? Because it's like it was 2019, man. It wasn't that long ago. Like,
yeah, it would have been last year. But
like, most people would probably pay on card.
Yeah. Speaking of food places, is there any non-fast food places? Because otherwise we'll end up just saying Greece. That you like. I went to Manchester for Play Expo, and yeah, I know. Don't worry, don't apologise. And there's these two places.
Sorry to any scum listening.
I don't get how it's allowed. There's two almost identically named restaurants that do the same stuff in the same street. There's two burrito places. One called Chango's, and down the street there's one called Chilango's. I think
Shingo and Shango's.
I think there was. I think we went to Chango's. I can't remember the names so similar. I think it was Chango's, and they had really nice burritos.
There's a place in town that does burritos. Me, Josh, and Antonio went in there, but I forget the name of it. So that was helpful for me.
At least we know there is a good place in town for burritos.
There is a place in town that does
yes.
it.
There's a place in St. John's Market called, I can't fucking remember how to say it. It's like Cosa Buena or something like that.
Subway.
It's called Subway.
Subaru. Subaru.
But they do like Sicilian stuff. Like, it's like proper Italian there. You're not getting served a cannoli by a guy like, what the fuck do you want? It's just an actual fella. Like, it's, like I said, he's not a scouser, he's an actual fella. Like,
He's not Scouse, he's human.
he's a real person. And, yeah, it's very, I usually get a Sicilian hot dog and some cannolis. And I always usually nearly fuck that up because I keep nearly saying to him, "Can I get an Italian sausage?" And I'm scared if I
granola bars, mate.
because I'm scared if I ask for Italian sausage, he's gonna think I'm coming on to him. So I always have to fucking say to myself like Italian hot dog, at which case puts you under more pressure and you nearly end up saying it then.
That just sounds a bit racist if you're chanting that to yourself in the queue.
Yeah, the fact I'm goose stepping when I do it probably doesn't help.
Yeah. And you've got a moose stash.
Yes, I do have a moose stash. Ironically though, the one part where my moustache hair doesn't grow is the Hitler part.
That means you're trying too hard not to be, and so it just looks more suspicious.
Like basically if me and Hitler kissed, it would complete the moustache.
Yeah, it'd be like an atomic bomb going off.
Yeah, it would also probably be illegal because he is dead.
That's true.
Is there any places in town you would want to go? Like try? It's two I want to go to. It's Maggie Fu and Kokoro. Kokoro supposedly make nice katsu chicken and Maggie Fu just looks nice all round.
Not really. I just usually go Mackey's.
Go Mackey's. Have you ever been Walk and Go?
No, not yet actually.
My homie, we are going Walk and Go one day.
I think we said that like 2 years ago and we still never.
No, I need to show you the hot box, it's nice. There's also a place by mine called Noodle and Go. The menu.
Going on a date, boy.
There's a place called Noodle and Go, and the logo is basically Walk and Go's. The menu is Walk and Go's, and I'm convinced it was a Walk and Go that they took the fucking licensing off because it was so shameful, and they've just kept it.
Yeah.
I want to go there just to compare, because if their Walk and Go hot boxes are exactly the same, it saves me going to town because there's like fucking 2 in Liverpool and they're both in town. You're right.
Yeah, I was just gonna start doing something then, but I thought best not when we're recording this. Like,
How come?
bit of a. Never mind. Never mind, Sean.
No, go on.
Let's move on.
Yeah, go on, come on.
Let's move on.
Oh, come on, lad. You started it now. Come on.
If you keep pushing me,
Oh God.
I
No.
will rip up your fucking poster I printed.
I will bloody not let you.
You'll run around so.
I'm like, don't do it.
Shout out to Dave Reposer.
He is good man, funny man, and a happy man, I assume.
Well, probably not, because he's married.
I finally listened to Post Malone's Nirvana stream. I was really late on it, like, but
Didn't I link that to you like
yeah.
9 months ago?
If,
Just kidding, mate.
I was gonna say fucking hell. Didn't need to be in quarantine.
Start panic again.
I know, but yeah, no,
This is a
that was
dream.
really good. I wish there was more stuff like that and the Denzel Curry's Bulls on Parade.
Yeah, and Lane Staley's Post Malone covers.
Yeah, Lane Staley singing "Stay" was a bit of a mindfuck.
Hollywood's Bleeding by Lane Stallion.
It's the Italian stallion known as Lane. Is there any
Too
online?
much heroin.
Connor, you need to stop interrupting me.
Okay.
I don't like how chippy you're being about it. You're taking the piss now. You see my generosity and then you just try and bring me down. It's a Thursday, Connor, we should be happy. You fucking knock me sick. Look at you. Anyway, is there any online games that you missed the prime years of? And what were those prime years? We'll start like. What do you reckon was CS:GO's prime years? I think 2015 was good.
2013 to 2015.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, because 14 was good as well from
Yeah.
memory. And then I remember 16 was
Like,
alright, but I'd lost interest.
13 to 15 was like when Titan forms like took down an IP,
Yeah,
and then like the LDLC days and
yeah, the LDLC days for me were like the nearly the golden years,
LDCZ because they used to win eco rounds constantly.
and LCD because that's what people sometimes watch the matches on.
Yes.
Do you know that one weird tournament where the gameplay was in like 30 FPS, but
Yeah, but the webcams were 60. Yeah.
yeah, and we were both trying to figure out what the fuck's happened here. Yeah, also it's not just esports though. Like I think I miss like Team Fortress 2 from 2013 to 16. That was a game that had like a lot of good communities in the server. It was one of those games you could join a server that you'd favorited and people would recognize you.
Yeah.
And then they added the
I
server.
never got into that really.
There is still server
Adult.
browsers. You're not an adult, Connor, because an adult would let me speak. That's it, just fucking try and be funny. Modern Warfare 2 in 2010. I remember playing that and getting hyped for the Stimulus Pack. Was that the first DLC?
Yeah, like COD World at War as well. Like that. I like it.
That was good, but I didn't play online in the prime of that, I don't think. I think I just missed that.
The zombies I played more like, but I had a little go with the
Yeah.
King online.
I did play enough of Online World at War to know like the fucking OP builds, like the MP40 with the dual mag and sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Halo 3's was sick back in the day as well, because that had so much community stuff around it. Because you had like the replay modes, the custom game modes, and everything. Like it was just busy everywhere on that.
So if I go quiet, I'm drawing. Oh god.
If we can see him drawing Argos,
I just love drawing the Argos logo.
he does. We sometimes go to the shops, and whenever he sees Argos, he's on all fours with his
Start
notepad.
doing a plein air drawing of it. Like, Sean, we must stop.
I'm like, okay,
Set
Connor.
up an easel and start drawing.
I'm glad you could figure out the word then. It's like you genuinely struggled.
I struggle every day.
That's the everyday struggle, as I think Biggie Smalls said.
No, I said it just then.
Oh. Must have got confused, sorry. Any small details you fucking love in games?
There's a lot of Witcher ones. that
I was
can't
gonna say-
remember off the top of my head.
The Witcher bestiary. I
Yeah.
wish more games had a bestiary. Like not just like the fucking models and like this is an enemy, like a proper fucking in-depth thing. What was good for that was XCOM 1. When you did autopsies on the aliens you killed, the fucking descriptions you get back off them were quite extensive.
Yeah.
Did you ever play Arkham Asylum or Arkham City?
I was going to on that Origin Game Pass and then I just never got around to it. And I've cancelled it now because it's
Yeah.
more expensive than the Xbox One. It's got less stuff on it.
Asylum's good. Asylum had a lot of like they had like horror mixed into it, which was quite interesting. City was good. Origins
City.
after it was a bit shit. And apparently Arkham Knight's getting better reviews now that the original PC shit's fixed. Because when that come out, like they had to take it off the
Oh
store.
yeah, I remember that being fucking awful
Horrid.
when it came out. But I haven't played it like what I'd seen everyone moaning about it.
Yeah, but they had like these things in it where you could, at least Asylum did, I can't remember the others, but it had character bios for the characters and all that. Like it'd have like Joker, and it would tell you what comic he first showed up in, what year to come out. It would tell you about him, and it would come with like interview tapes from him, like when he's in the asylum, and it had that for like every character. And I remember thinking that was quite good. I wish there was more like the way Arkham Asylum did it, where it was like take a pre-existing series and focus on the horror part of it. because I want more shit like to come out with horror films, not horror films, like game series taking a horror spin for a game.
Yeah, I just don't think horror games in general are that good, really.
You'd like, I think you bought them, didn't you? Oh, I can't remember. The Dead Space games,
Yeah,
1 and 2 are good.
yeah, I played a bit of one. There's so many single player games that I've like planned to play, and then I just can never be bothered
Yeah.
because I'm too cool for school.
But yeah, like a Star Wars horror game would be quite cool. Like the way,
Yeah,
what's it called? Clone Commander, Republic Commander.
yeah,
The way the trailer made that out like it was gonna be when it come out, made it seem like it was gonna be a horror game. It's just hard to say, Connor, because games nowadays are a cinematic experience.
they really are.
Yes, I like when I play a game and I'm like, I could put the controller down and I would be feeling like I was watching a movie, but I can't put the controller down, Connor, because I would die. IRL.
Ass.
You say liquid ass?
Yes.
Have you ever drank that?
No.
I've seen people on YouTube drink it and they just instantly throw up. It's like that Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah.
And when
to be
those
honest,
challenges.
it's not really surprising because you know best choice, mate.
Yes.
Fucking idiot.
You fucking idiot. Been watching a lot of with me like. That's not been recently because it's been as long as I've had like Forza Horizon. I've been kind of watching, you know, like a lot more racing game stuff.
Yeah.
And I think I said that to you yesterday, like the amount of knobheads in the racing game communities on like YouTube. Like it's not
Yeah.
just the race sim guys. You get a lot of the Need for Speed community doing it that are quite annoying. It's usually having an annoying accent, but with good content. Like Fail Races, is that his name?
Yeah.
Like he's got like good creative content, but his voice, it is the British equivalent of like the over the top American guy. He's like, hello and welcome. Today we're going to be playing our game. And you're like, please shut the just
Guy.
your normal voice can't be like that. You would have no friends.
Yeah, like I find it's more that they are just annoying the way they present videos, not like the Bellends, but that Black Panther is a Belland, I think.
I've not watched enough of them to say, but all I know is the two videos I watched of them it wasn't that bad. One was that Underground
Yeah.
Part 1 that
I
was
watched some of his newer ones, and he doesn't seem as annoying now. Like, but I remember when I like used to be sub to him 2 years ago or so, and it's like proper annoying.
he was annoying when I watched, but I could see that he would probably be really annoying depending on the era or like
Yeah.
what he was doing, because like he is over the top energetic, but also like I don't know. I get the feeling he could be annoying if I watch more. There is a guy like I do like. It's not Jimmy Broadbent because I feel like Jimmy Broadbent's just like you gotta kind of like him.
Yeah.
Like you can't really hate him to an extent,
Yeah.
but like
It's just got to be seen as new GTR as well.
yeah, I was watching that just before. The size of it looks when he's inside and the camera he looks like a tiny man in a spaceship. But when he starts like gunning it down, you hear it.
I didn't watch the whole of it, like, but
Yeah, it's just
might
like
probably get back to it.
it's quite distracting. Just like the camera, how small he looked. I know it's like he said it was big and all, but the camera made him look tiny. But there's a guy I've watched recently called Kuru HS. I don't know where he's from. He has got an accent like a Denmark accent nearly,
Yeah, Scandinavian.
but he plays a lot of like different racing games. Like it's not just like Need for Speed or anything like that, but he does like streams. Like he's doing a racing marathon 2020, and it's been like Wreckfest, Driver San Francisco, Flat Out McCarnage. It's done all
the good stuff.
yeah, all the burnouts, juiced. I think they're two as well. But he does a lot of these, like he does the Need for Speed, but he does the mods as well, like the Need for Speed Most Wanted, like Carmageddon one, where all the other cars are just fucking violent.
Yeah.
Apparently, recently he's done a Most Wanted video, but like with what was it? It was like realistic physics and shit like that. Somehow it was like a mod,
Yeah.
which I was quite interested how that would work.
I wish they could mod the physics for the new Need for Speed games. Because that'd be amazing if the driving was just better.
It's just I've tried so many times. I think I'm just not gonna get it. I'm just not gonna fully grasp it. Like it's a game with so much content that looks fun. I just can't get used to the drifting, even on grip builds. Like I just can't do it.
The normal driving's not too bad. It's arcadey, but it's like drivable. And then it's like as soon as you do the double tap accelerate or like you tap the brake and it does that like artificial drifting.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
But the annoying thing is, most people seem to be able to like receive it all right. There's a lot of people saying the drifting is shit, but like, I just hope they don't think that like it's gonna be good for the next one, because I'd hate to be locked out of another Need for Speed because I can't fully grasp something or have more control over.
Yeah,
like
that's the thing. Like I expect them to be arcadey, but the driving's not even fun on it.
yeah, like, it just seems like no matter what I do or what car I go in, no matter what I do to it, I just can't fucking power slide, turn, drift, anything. Like the only thing I could play that game for is if there's just a long stretch of drag races.
Like I got the one before was a Payback, I think, and I just modded that so you'd like smash a billboard, and you'd get like 6 million quid, like everything unlocked, and then I'd just build cars on it. Then
yeah, that
the driving was it's pretty much the same as the new one.
Do you know when you said to me Need for Speed 2015 at the
Yeah.
worst driving of a game you played?
Yeah.
Have you played Need for Speed The Run?
No.
Okay, because I've not played Need for Speed 2015, but I'm trying to get all the Need for Speeds on Origin, just in case one day they just disappear, like racing games tend to do.
Yeah, absolutely wallop.
And Need for Speed The Run, it's a good idea, and it is actually quite fun, but the
Isn't it like a race across the US or something?
yeah, it's like one long fucking gumball rally type thing.
Yeah.
And so it is a really good idea, but the handling of the cars is fucking atrocious. And to change cars, you've got to pull into these like, you got to pull into petrol stations. But the race is still going, so every time you come out that petrol station,
That's like a pit stop.
you're always gonna come out last. And they know you're gonna want to change cars, and they put petrol stations.
New ones.
They put petrol stations right at the end of a race. So like you go in because you're in first, you can't see anyone behind you. You go in, change car, come out in a new car. You're in last place, drive 2 feet, and it's the finish line. But you have to do that because you don't know when the next chance to fucking change your car is.
Yeah.
8.6 is in it as well, but that's like a tier 1 unlock, which is weird because yeah, because you're in all. It's weird because you're in all sorts of fucking like Lamborghinis, Bugattis, like high-end Mustangs, and then there's just the 8.6.
Yeah, being a high tier one as well.
Yeah, but I will get back to you because I will get 2015 at some point, but I feel like it's gonna be hard to beat the run's handling.
When did the run come out?
That was when I remember it having a name tag on Battlefield 3. So like you got that
2013 or something maybe.
Battlefield 3. I want to say 2012. I'll find out now.
I thought we'd just left school when it came out. Or like.
I remember being in school playing the demo.
Yeah, maybe it was 2012.
But that's the demo, so 2011.
Oh.
October 2011. But I remember it having a dog tag in that game, so let's see. The Run.
Yeah, I remember.
That came out the month after The Run. And I think it's one of the last games Black Box worked on.
Wonder why?
Yeah. Fucking fucking. It's. I mean, maybe Need for Speed's got an edge because like it's to be worse because it's a free roam game with them controls. But like, as far as I know, is Need for Speed 2015 free roam?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas with
Not
the
a
run,
massive map, but
with the run, like it's linear as fuck. So it's just bad. There is one amazing cutscene I'll send you after this though, where it's like quick time events and there's like cars crashing all around you. It's so over the top. You fucking run. You do a run and slide underneath a lorry that's tipping over. It's
has
just
it got like the typical cringy Need for Speed story then?
yeah, you owe money to like some guys and they're chasing you and your main character's a prick.
You go down to some dealers.
He's
you
proper
gotta
like
jump in your Lambo.
he's proper doing his smirk and everything. I remember YouTubing a race because I was having a lot of trouble with it and wanted to see if anyone else was. And on the video, there's like a bunch of people quoting the main protagonist, and it's like, "Hey, that was a cool line." And I was like, "Oh, fuck off!" And it was from stuff like 2 years ago as well.
Do you know it's annoying when like I don't know if it's trying to be serious in that game, but at least like with initial D and stuff when they joke like, oh, I know how you did it. It's like it's animated and it's not meant to be taken seriously.
Yeah, and it doesn't make you like hate the characters more.
Yeah.
Speaking of initial D, we watched the live action film the other day. That was
Trying to
just
forget about that.
it's hard to forget about something that gets fucked up that monumentally. The whole concept of Bunter being turned from my favourite character
Yeah.
to like an abused
Abusive alcoholic father.
yeah, and everyone's throwing up. Did he?
Yeah.
He was the pisshead. Did he ever throw up once?
No.
And yet everyone else threw up for just
Like,
sitting in the 8-6.
Takumi took is it Itsuki out and he was throwing up for like 3 days straight after going in a car. It's like I don't think that happens, does it?
No. There's only from memory in the anime three people vomited. I don't think anyone threw up.
Can you not? Did they pass out in the car? But
Yeah, I don't think they throw up.
Pilot be sick down the door.
So maybe 2 people throwing up. One was Goddamn, which I keep nearly calling Godhand, but that's Berserk.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing the same now. That would be a crossover, wouldn't it?
Godhand.
Takumi versus Gutsa.
Fucking hell.
Who wins? I
Calm.
think Guts just cuts him in half.
Yeah.
Guts would probably cut the 8-6 in half as well.
With that big fuck off sword.
Yeah.
Calm and collected versus fucking physical embodiment of rage. But
The part where he's like defending Casca and he's like, I don't like it, I just like killing people. And
Yeah.
then, like it shows all 100 bodies on the floor. And
Oh,
he's
yeah.
Just conked out by the tree.
just having a little nap with his sword. At that point,
Guts fucking snoring.
at that point, can you call it a sword? I think
know,
it
it's
is
like-
sharp, but it's like
He was saying me sword's blunt because of the fighting, but it still weighs 3 times more than yours, so like
It's
it's
just-
basically a bat.
yeah, it's just more a massive club. Like if that hits you, I don't think it's the sharp that's gonna kill you. It's the force. But yeah, I'm gonna probably buy I don't know. I was gonna get the steering wheel, but like with the games I'm playing recently, I kind of don't need it.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just get like, because I'd feel like I was spending a bit too much if I got the steering wheel. Because I don't forget I'm getting a stand as well. Because I really don't think it's going on this desk. So I'll probably just get that all in one. So I'll probably just get the Berserk Volume 1 at least. It's just space though, because the way they're releasing them, it's probably going to be 16 of them big boys. So
Yeah.
big thick boys, there's not enough space on my fucking book/DVD shelf. So I'm just going to end up with random volumes of Berserk just around my house.
Lying on the floor.
Just sleeping on top of them.
Takeshi's Castle stepping stones, like, for your bed.
But yeah, I was speaking of racing games. It's weird going from Horizon to a mainline Forza game again.
Oh yeah.
Because the cars are so weighty.
I bet you got to the first corner and then realised the brakes aren't as good.
Yep, I went to the
Went
first,
off. Yeah.
found the first corner. I was trying to overtake someone cleanly on the corner, and then just ended up fucking T-boning them, and we both went off the side of the track. I'm kind of getting used to it now. I had to do some stuff with the control, like the fucking what's it called? Dead zone stuff on the triggers and thumbsticks.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Like I feel like the weight of the cars are like a lot more noticeable and
There's a lot of understeer at the start.
Yeah. Sometimes like you get fucking death wobble as well because of like the weight of the car, the way it transfers.
Yeah. What else? But it is good though. I am enjoying it, and it looks really good for like considering this come before Horizon 4. The rain effects on 7 are fucking great. Like the tracks and shit.
It's I don't know if you've been in the Dubai track, is it? I think?
I've only done like 2 of the main races.
But yeah, like you see all the rock textures and everything. It looks really good.
I raced Ken Block, and
he's the coolest man on the world.
I was so glad to not fucking hear put that on YouTube because Ken Block's been ruined for me now because of Dirt 3.
Yeah.
But I'm also going back to Horizon 4 because the weeklies. I'm doing
you keep putting stuff in that always just makes you go back to it.
Yeah, well, they reset every Thursday at 4 o'clock, and I've been doing a lot of Forzathon stuff and some online stuff, so I've been playing that, so I'm jumping between the two, and it's not kind of helping, but I feel like I'm being able to transition a bit better. I've also been playing, you ever play Forza Street, the mobile game?
Fucking hell, no.
I was playing that last night. It's a lot like, remember Underground 1's drag races where all you did was shift?
Oh no, yeah.
It's a lot like that, except on all you do is you go forward, you sometimes turbo, you can't steer the car. All you do is...
Wait, is it track racing then?
It's like it's sanctioned street races, like
so
one-on-one. But there's corners, one-on-one, and there's sharp corners. What you do is you hold the pedal down. Got to get a perfect start, and then you've got corners, and then you've got to release the pedal. You don't press brake, you just got to release the pedal at the right time, and then slam on it again at the right time on a corner. There's usually like 3 corners in a race, and then that's it.
You're driving like Bunter does it.
Yeah.
Smoking.
Pretty much, but like the amount of cars in it and the actual car models themselves in the game are nice, so are the sounds, but the game itself's just, even for a mobile game, I think there's better races out there.
Yeah.
But I can't bring myself to uninstall it for some reason, so that's not a good start.
It is a random topic. Now that we are getting a little bit older, are you starting to notice you get like aches and pains more?
Well, considering I threw my back out the other week, fucking washing a cup, yeah. I've noticed that little parts of sugar and caffeine hits me a lot more. I'm no longer capable of pulling nighters consistently like I used to be.
Yeah.
And we're only 24, so that's
a big one for me because like I would like ruin my sleep pattern and have it like fixed in a day or two.
Just fix it.
Like, if I ruin my sleep pattern, it takes me like 4 weeks to fix it.
It's just fucking horrible. I've not noticed reaction times going down yet.
Yeah, still peak gaming.
Yeah, well I think it's because we peaked so high up on the gaming charts.
Even though we're 90, we're still gonna be like
flick shotting people.
Yeah.
But yeah, view. Apart from this,
I get back pain drawing because I look down now instead of up, and like my left knee is getting worse. But I've always had like issues with my left knee since I was a kid. So
with my back and neck. It was like my back, neck, and shoulder blade, but my shoulder blade and neck I've always had problems with. So we've always been falling apart, I guess. I've got another important question for you. Well, it's one that plagued my mind for many years. I mean that legitimately. You and Josh are cousins, aren't you?
Fortunately.
So, like, is it not weird when you kiss?
Only if people see us.
Do they get weirded out?
Well, yeah, and then we feel a bit awkward, but usually no one sees us, so we don't really think about it.
Because when I first met Josh, I think we were like in year 11, and I think I stayed in yours, didn't I? And Josh was just there. It was like around Halloween, and I remember being thrown off because you went like.
I think thrown off.
I remember like coming in, and you were like, "Oh, this is Josh," and then you just started to kiss him. I was thinking, "Oh, Connor's gay," and then he was like, "He's me cousin," and then I was like, "This, it's a bit more of a problem," and then I just let it go because it's not my life. I don't.
To be fair, it's got nothing to do with you, has it?
Yeah, it was a bit weird when you tried to get me involved, and Josh looked uncomfortable.
Well, to be honest, I didn't want you feeling left out.
See, I didn't mind being left out on that occasion.
Yeah.
And I think Josh didn't like the idea of like a new guy entering.
Oh yeah, he's really defensive.
Yeah, like now that I'm friends with him,
he'll snap at people like a dog if like they touch my shoulder. Or something.
I've seen it, yeah. But now that we've known each other for a few years, I've noticed he doesn't hiss at me as much. If I get too close or move a bit too fast,
spits though, so you've got to be careful.
But I don't think that's ever gonna go.
Yeah.
Like if I get close or move a bit too fast, you see in his eyes he's a bit wary.
His eyes look outward, and then he just starts barking.
He is very territorial, but like as long as you approach him slowly, you don't look him straight in the eyes.
He's like Peter from What We Do in the Shadows when like he first opened his coffin.
Oh yeah.
He's like proper staring at it.
Yeah. But like I found with Josh, if you let him like smell your hand before you come close, he doesn't bite as much. Or if he does, he lets go a lot easier.
He's a cunt, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, I mean that's not me saying that. Rest in peace, Sando. I mean that's not how you'd approach Josh, and I think he realised that too late.
Yeah, it was too late.
Like realistically, we could have helped, but there was just so much going on at once.
Ourselves in danger because of.
Why put the body count up?
An idiot,
yeah. Why put the body count up to 2 needlessly? Like he's got like he knew what he was doing. Like, why would you, knowing how Josh is, especially around you, why would you think it's funny to kick open the door and then run and hug tackle Connor? If you'd asked me,
he deserved it, to be honest.
If you'd asked me, Josh sinking his teeth into the back of Sando's head wasn't enough, because he was still alive for a bit longer. And then the nice thing to do then, obviously, was we all just gathered around and just kicked his head in to death. But
yeah, because if we didn't do that, Josh might have turned on us.
Yeah, and we value our lives. Sando clearly didn't value his enough. So it's like rest in peace, Sando, but at the same time, you kind of deserved it there. Big F.
Big idiot.
Should we call that podcast, or is there any more topics you can think of?
I don't really kiss me cousin, guys. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. What we'll do is we'll cut the podcast before you say that.
Of course you will.
Just joking, Connor. We'll leave it in. Gotta get last joke in at the end. Hey Connor, got a joke for you, and I want you to laugh.
All right.
What time do you go to the dentist at?
Dinner time.
Can you not steal me focus? Just be normal now. Say what you'd actually say. What time did you go to the dentist?
2:30.
Yeah, but if you said it another way, it'd be 2:30. I'll just end the podcast there. Oh, I'll end it on that because you just laughed. Bye, guys.